Oh shit, I forgot to make coffee. Hold on. Okay, so this is a very unscripted talk. I don't really know where I'm going to arrive at. I don't have everything exactly hashed out, but I'm dealing with some stuff and I figured it might make a good video, so here is this video about justice. As a lot of you guys know, I have had a very weird year where life has hit me in a very aggressively strange and awkward way. My father, who was the sole provider of our family, is very sick and is getting sicker with Alzheimer's, and it has left kind of this like reality bomb just kind of like set off. It's kind of bleeding into everything, and I'm having one of those weeks where it's really bleeding into my idea of what I've decided is life and fair and justice. Does that make sense? I don't know if that even makes sense. You could be the nicest person on the planet. You could give to charity for 20 years, you could have 3 kids and a wife and go to church and, you know, want to do all this good and clean up your highway, and tomorrow you could get hit by a bus and life would not care. Like, everything that's going on would continue to go on and nobody's going to avenge your death despite you being such a good person. Nothing's going to come out of it other than you dying and your family being fucking sad about it. And that is a very, 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 very hard reality to be hit with. And it feels like somebody took a salmon, a live salmon, while I was sleeping and dropped it on my face. And has done so every morning for the past year. It's like reality is hitting me in an awkward yet aggressively slippery way. So I have kind of been trying to tackle how to cope with that. And I've had this experience before when my grandfather got sick, you know, when he had prostate cancer. I was really angry. I was so angry and so negative and wanted to be mad at something. I got so mad that I wanted justice against cancer, which is just like, it's multiplying cells. Like, what am I gonna do? Put handcuffs on each cell and put them in jail? Like, it's not gonna happen. You can't, there's no justice for cancer, right? But I was so hung up on it that I didn't spend the time being with my grandfather and being with my family, and like I spent the time being a grumpy old bitch in my room. The longer you are hung up on these negative things or things that you can't control and things that you wish that you could control, the longer you're not there and you're not happy and you're not creating good memories and supporting and doing what you can, because you're just festering in your own cesspool of like anger that justice hasn't been served the way that you want it to be served. I think that I, for a long time, and still probably now, feel that like justice and revenge are synonyms, which they're not. And I have to remember that my idea of what justice is not true justice. Like, I'm a biased human being, and I've been trying lately to stop myself from deciding when somebody is getting their just desserts, when somebody needs to be taught a lesson, when somebody is out of line, and even extending that into like diseases and life, you know, experiences and what's happening around me. I don't know. My idea of like what is right and wrong is not true justice. It's my manufactured concept of what I think is fair in life. And the longer I hold on to that, I think the like less present I am in my dad's life, and the less present I am in my mom's life, and the less present I am online, because I always feel like I'm getting the short end of the stick. And I think a lot of people probably do feel that way. I'm sure I'm not alone on that. The feeling like you're getting the short end of the stick. And I think the longer that I'm hung up on that, the longer I am not growing to my full potential.
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Stop saying that! Not
to be like super cheesy, but I mean, Naruto like said it best, you know, like this sounds so stupid, but Naruto was actually a great anime for explaining how like you have to break the cycle. Like, the idea of justice and revenge are so intertwined, and like you can't always be seeking justice and revenge, because if you do, you're just gonna end up feeding into the cycle and never be happy and never do the things that you need to do or want to do because you're so up your own ass. That's, I mean, to be honest, Naruto sums up exactly what I'm talking about. That sounds so bad. I know, listen, I know that sounds really cheesy, but it's so true. Like I said, I went home and I saw my dad, and he's, you know, much worse than he was when I left, which, I mean, that's a, you know, it's only natural, that's what's gonna happen. But I was so angry coming home, and I'm still so angry, you know, like 4 days after, and still seeing him, that I can't just like want to be over there, because I feel like life isn't fair. It's gotten into this weird territory where like I can extend this logic and see it as a problem in like all of my life, like my streaming, my family, my friends. Life is so complicated and not like straightforward, and that my idea of justice might not even be correct or right or fair or whatever you want to say. Like my idea of justice isn't justice, and that I need to accept that there are things that happen in life that are shitty, and there are people in life that are shitty, and that's fine, and to move on, and to not get hung up on the idea that these people should hurt the way that they have hurt me, or that these things should hurt or be punished for the way that they've punished and hurt me. Because the reality is, the more I get hung up on that, the less I can move forward with my life, the less that I can focus on myself. Like, I guess the best way to put it is like the more that I focus on other things and other people, like I can't do both. I mean, maybe I'm just a terrible multitasker, but when I'm being a salty piece of shit and I'm focusing on somebody else, it's extremely hard to like take care of myself and push myself forward and like keep reaching my potential. So instead of me being an angry asshole towards Alzheimer's and all these other things that are going on in my life, I should be focusing on myself and on my dad and his happiness, and on my family and their happiness, and my stream and its success, and YouTube and you guys. Like, this is what matters. You don't really get much out of like focusing on justice or revenge, because most of the time it doesn't even like make you feel much better, even if it does work out the way that you want it to.
He is justly served.
I don't know. I think that I'll be a lot more free of a person when I put my hands up in the air and I'm just like, I can't do anything about it other than be the best that I can be as a person. That's it. So I really have been thinking about this a lot. It is something that I want to work on a lot in the future, and I hope that you guys can see a change in me and I see a change in myself, and I hope that I keep pushing forward and keep trying to better myself and help out the people that I care about. And yeah, that is my ranty, weird, rambly video for today. Essentially, like, everybody's idea of justice is different, and cosmic justice I don't think exists anyways, and it's not healthy to focus on it because it's like not a thing. So I guess that's pretty much what this video is. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, whenever that is. Until then, peace.